So I almost made it through my day without any incident. I was delivering up in Northeast Missouri, little gas station / truck stop, and I absolutely love going to this place. The owner, I have sat with the owner for an hour before. Well, today there was a bunch of older gentlemen sitting in the little eating area watching the news, and a story had come on about that young gentleman who was shot and killed by law enforcement, shot 60 times because he had a taillight out. And, they were making ignorant comments. I was like, you know what? I want to get the day done. I'm not in the mood to engage. You could tell she was looking at me like, please don't engage. And I was like, okay.
So, of course, my man experienced this in my good old home state of Missouri. So, first and foremost, that's not surprising at all. But I wanted to take this time to, really highlight the dangers of conspiracy theories like the Great Replacement Theory and just that type of rhetoric, and how that type of messaging and propaganda is enhancing this type of behavior within law enforcement, how it's really opening up the floodgates to having certain kinds of people more and more and more jump into the ranks. The other day, actually, on Indisputable with Dr. Rashad Ritchie, we were covering an incident in New York where police had tackled a DoorDash driver. She was a woman. She was just on her scooter on the sidewalk, and they actually tackled her, and they were really manhandling her. And again, we know that this type of behavior isn't new. But the problem is that as the right wing continues to ramp up all of their racist rhetoric, this type of behavior is going to only increase. So that's why we have to really, really be adamant about participating in local elections so that we can improve the law enforcement systems in the counties and the communities that we live in.
I was just about ready to leave when one of them said, I don't know why those N-words feel like they need to run from the cops every time. If they don't run, maybe they wouldn't get shot. And as soon as he said that, you can tell she just looked at me and she's like, never mind, go ahead. And I turned around, I was like, really, you have no idea whatsoever why people of color would run from law enforcement. Have you not watched a news article in the last, 20, 30 years? Have you not talked to a person of color in ever? I'm pretty sure they run from law enforcement for the same reason I would run from a fucking grizzly bear or a mountain lion.
So we know reports that Jayland Walker was shot at 90 times, hit 60 times. According to the Summit County Medical Examiner's Office, the autopsy revealed that he was actually hit 46 times. So whether it be 60 or 46, big difference. I mean, really think about how much animosity there has to go into that. That's so many shots, just boom, 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 boom. And they just kept doing it. Like, you think he's dead yet? Oh, maybe not. Let's keep on shooting him. Let's keep on shooting. Like, that's really extreme. And like my man in this video pointed out, this is why people of color within the United States have a fear of law enforcement. This is why they'll run away. This is why even me, again, and I point this out before, I'm biracial. My father's black, my mother's white. I'm very fair skinned, but you can't see me behind this camera, but I'm 6'6", 220 pounds. I'm a big guy. You know what I mean? And, with my hair and everything, just all of that, like when police pull up behind me or I'm around police, I don't feel comfortable. You know what I mean? And again, I'm very fair-skinned. So it's about the type of system that we live under and the type of people that the law enforcement goes after. Minorities, and especially people just in general who don't have the money to defend themselves in court.
Why would I want to hang out with something that has a traditional history of unaliving people like me? Yeah, it got really quiet in there afterwards. They all kind of mumbled under their breath, and she just kind of looked at me and laughed, and I grabbed my Gatorade and walked out. And it's the mentality like that here in Missouri that I don't know. I mean, like, how do you get through to people that fucking ignorant?
And again, as you all know, I'm from St. Louis, Missouri originally. I live in New Jersey now, but growing up in St. Louis, you go outside of the metropolitan area, really most of the states throughout the country. You leave the metropolitan areas, you're just in rural places where, the type of people who say things like, well, why do black people always just run away? Why don't they just comply? Why don't they? Well, again, as I've pointed out, and as many people on this network point out all the time, these people live in rural communities where there's nothing but a whole bunch of people exactly like them. What's the imagery that, these people see of black people, of Latinos? Typically, stuff that they play like on BET, some drug hero movie, some hood hero movie, some ghetto fabulous movie, some music video. That's all they see, you know what I mean? And we know the type of right-wing rhetoric that's been alive in this country forever, but especially in modern times, starting with Ronald Reagan and talking about the welfare queens and just how that's, continued to just, inflate upon itself with people down the line up until now. So this will continue to be an issue. And as we all know, it's not going to be solved federally. And this is why we have to go after it at a local level.